White shirts on the pitch, running fast through the night. Every heart beating loud under floodlit sky bright. So to London, stand strong, in the stands they belong. Voices echo like thunder, to the club they sing along. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. King's fire in his eyes, glory's what he seeks. With every goal he flies, rising to new peaks. From the lake to far and wide, with the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. With the pride of the fight, on this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might, with all our might, with all our might.
Hang on, I don't know what happened there.
Well
I
done,
do not
Demo.
know what happened. I reckon there's a revolution happening in this channel, and I was knocked off. I reckon it's between you and Jordan. I reckon you're trying to take over the channel there. You've knocked me off. You know, Stig, Tottenham,
No, it's
Either
not.
Sunrise and Sunrise Junior are trying to take over the channel.
Levy trying to shut you down, Dermo. He doesn't want this to go ahead.
That's what it is.
Levy, yeah, it's Levy. We blame Levy. Levy, it's your fault. Anyway, good evening, guys, and welcome to welcome to DFGC I Die, your home of Tottenham, past, present, and the exciting future. On the ranch past the cockle. I'm coming back to the light, guys. I went to the dark side, didn't like it. Went over there, didn't like what I saw. You know, sod that. I'm going back to the happy clappers side. Had enough of that dark side. I was there for an hour. Didn't like it. No. Tequila actually kicked me out. He said, "You're too positive, Dermo." That's what, wasn't it? Be honest. You suspended me straight away.
No happy clappers allowed here, Dermo. Is that the terminology?
See, I was kicked out. Mm-hmm. Joining us tonight, of course, is my usual co-host, the mystery man. We've got also a new person that's joining the channel, Jordan. Please, everyone, welcome him into the channel. Please
Hello,
be
everyone.
nice to him. It's his first live stream. He's just on a pre-record with me as well. So please welcome him with open arms. He is the new member. He's the baby of the bunch. He's the baby of the group.
And Dermo, Jordan, do you want to tell you the people who you were in the chat? Because obviously they don't know you as Jordan. They know you as Knights
I
of
was
Republic.
the Knights of Republic since I think last year or the year before. So yeah. Been here
Is
before.
is that based on the video game?
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
it?
based on Star
Great
Wars.
game.
Knights
Yeah,
of the
great
Old
game.
Republic game. Yeah, Unreal Games. Yeah, Tequila.
See, somebody mentioned Star Wars and somebody went, "Why?" And also joining us, this is we've had him on before. I always enjoy this man on. He always talks sense. He's a football man at heart. He plays it. He manages it. He runs it. He should be running the Premier League, in my view. It is Jose or Jose. I always get his name wrong. Jose. Get it right, Dermo. Get it
We've
right.
all
Dermo.
made that
Get it
mistake
right.
already, bless.
It is Jose. How are you, sir? I've forgotten which channel you're on.
Eltel Cockerell.
Eltel Cockerell. Come on, Dermo.
I'm having a nightmare straight off.
Yeah, no,
could
I'm
you
fine.
send-
I'm
Can
fine.
you
I'm
send
fine.
me a link?
Yeah, I'm fine, Dermot, Jordan, Tequila. Nice to be on to have a football chat about Tottenham and whatever else goes with Tottenham. I'm sure you're going to tell the punters what we're going to be talking about. Yeah, looking forward to the show.
Yeah, and also send us your link so Tequila can put it into the chat, and we'll
I've
put it up
already
again.
got.
Have you? Good man, Tequila.
Yeah, I've already
See,
got.
Tequila is the assistant tech man of this channel behind Gollum. But joining me also is a mystery man. Some say he is Daniel Levy's twin brother that he never knew he had. Some also say he is Ange Postecoglou's love child from Celtic.
Okay, going too far now, damn.
He's only just realised he's Ange Postecoglou is his daddy. All we know, he's called Tequila Sunrise. How are you, Tequila?
I'm okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if he does get fired by Spurs, he's going to get a massive payoff. So I'll be in luck there, won't I, mate? I'll be like, come in, daddy, give me some money.
Yeah.
I'll wait till he gets fired. He hasn't got. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much he got paid at Celtic, but it won't be anywhere near as much as he gets paid from Spurs.
I think, right, this is why you want Ange to get sacked, because you know Daddy
Well, I
Ange
do
was-
now. If I'm his love child, I want it even more now.
Yeah, allegedly. Can we just say allegedly?
Yeah, allegedly. Could be. I'll never know for sure. I don't think I'm that Australian because I'm quite fair skinned. I don't think I fit the Australian profile. Or oh no, he's Greek, isn't he? Sorry.
Greek, yeah.
So I don't think I fit that either. But you never know.
Oh, look at him with the lily white shirt on.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got
That
two
jersey.
tops coming, right?
Lovely.
I've got this hoodie coming, and it's a Spurs home shirt as a hoodie. And I ordered it, and I thought I was ordering it from America, but apparently I was ordering from China, and it's taking forever to get here. But it's in Ireland now. I should get it next week. So I will be. One of them's actually got the channel logo on it, which I'm absolutely over the moon for.
Yeah,
Over the moon on. So do please pick up your memberships if you can. Do pick up your do send in a super chat. Got a question for me, Tequila Sunrise, Jordan, or Jose as well. And you can dictate. I'm going to struggle with this whole stream. You know I am. You can dictate where the talk goes or where you want to take this. This is your show. This show is for you guys. And also, when you do send in that, it does help us, and it keeps Tequila in the manner he's become accustomed to, and also makes the channel so we can pay the
High
channel.
roller,
bills.
right? I'm a high roller, bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We need to pay the bills, guys. We need to pay the channel bills. But also, you can also do this. This is very special if you can. Where's the video? You can get this. This is our channel sponsor, Private Internet Access, the greatest VPN around in this world. Now, if you like Tequila on your computer, doing a bit of stuff, stuff you shouldn't be doing, hackers, government, and corporate people can nick it. But if you get VPN, Tequila is as safe as houses. He can do what he wants. Nobody sees it. Nobody can see it. But Jordan could be out and about and gory, like on his phone, wanting to watch something on Netflix when he's waiting for the bus. And he just clicked on his phone, and there we go. VPN, he can put on your laptop as well. Jose could be at work, bored. And he said, do you know what? I fancy watching a bit of Peaky Blinders. Do a bit of banking. It's all secure. It's all safe. Everything is secure. Works on all mobile phones. Works on all tablet networks. Everything works on. I'm making a hash of this, and I am. It works on all your devices as well, from your Xbox, PlayStation, laptop, internet, TV, and only one person in the house has it, and the whole house can use it. Ultimate devices. It works all over the world, from America to Brazil to South Africa, China, Australia, and even in France. It hides your IP address as well. And
Even in France. So Denmar's pointing out that France is special. What's wrong with you, Denmark?
30 million subscribers. You're really trying to rip me off. 4.5-star Trustpilot rate. That is a channel sponsor. I am now going to retire from YouTube because I think I'll have to.
Maybe.
So do hit the link and the subscription. Where is it? Do hit the subscription as well, guys. There's the link there. The link is in the description as well, guys, if you can. And it helps us. It helps them, it helps us, and it gives you no more blackouts at all, doesn't it, Tequila? It's a 3 p.m. blackout. We help. Allegedly.
I use them because I'm too poor to get Sky Sports and everything, so I got to use VPNs to watch it from other places. I'm not saying where. YouTube. I'm not telling you where.
No, that
just other places. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we see it from the it's the THFC Till I Die secret lab somewhere on the M25. Take junction 6, turn left, turn right the roundabout, second turning on the right, and you're there.
Exactly.
That's where Tequila watches the games from, and Jordan as well. Big up to Spurs diehards. Big up Spurs diehards. Big up to the guys over there. Good evening, Jose, Dermot, etc. Eltel and Tequila and Jordan. Big up to you, Spurs diehards. Big up, welcome. Big up to Leo Starman, the other man that makes me go and whack on a David Bowie LP. I don't know why. I just feel like I want to get on my put on a bit of. Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit like Bowie actually. There's a bit of Bowie about him. I'm a massive Bowie head, so him and Queen fan and a Bowie fan. Big up to Peter. He says, "Hi all. It's 7:12 a.m. in Melbourne. Good morning, sir. Hope you're doing well."
Morning, Peter.
Big up to my Celtic cousin. Big up cousin, the man from the Welsh mountains who gets up in the morning and then starts singing Tom Jones because he likes to. And it is Colin Cross. Hi from the cold Rahoda Valley boys. Big up Mr. Cross, my Celtic cousin. Big up to Terry White as well. Big up Terry. Big up the Spurs GTC TV. Evening, gents. Evening, Spurs GTC TV.
Evening, Graham.
Big up the bosses in the house, guys. The boss is watching, so we'll have to behave yourself. Tequila and Jordan.
He's already congratulated you on the sponsor video, mate.
Did he find it funny? Hope
he loved it. Just look at the chat,
big up to the boss. Big up to the big boss man. Big up to Spurs GCTV. Been a member for 2 months. Smash the likes, folks. He says.
Cheers.
Tequila, what do you want to say
100%.
to? We know his name's called Graham now, so we can call him Graham now. Big up, Graham. Didn't know your name's called Graham, but
Big
now
up,
we
Graham.
do. But Tequila, what do you want to say?
Cheers, Graham. Thanks for the continued support, mate. We do appreciate it from everyone who does. So does the dog. I think that's Jordan's dog.
That's my dog.
Is that your dog, Hose?
One of them, yeah.
Yeah.
But big up. Jordan, do you want to say anything to Spurs GCTV? Welcome them 2 months.
Thanks very much, pal. That's absolutely amazing. That is so. Thanks again.
Yeah. We've got big up for the Godfathers in the house. This man has sent me more horse's head than anyone. I have a collection outside in my shed. It's nearly full. I have to build another shed to stick the second lot in. But he says, "Welcome to the madhouse, Jordan." He says from the Godfather.
Thanks very much.
Big up to Ricky Villa TV. Big up Ricky. Evening, Dermot and chaps. Big up Ricky Villa. How you doing? Love the name. Love the picture as well. The old lane. Phillips, welcome you, Eltel. Welcome, Eltel. He says, big up from the
Good
Godfather.
evening, Philip. Good evening, Philip. Nice to see you again, mate. Hope you're all well.
Big up to Gary Becks, the man that looks like Charles Bronson, standing there with a whiskey in one hand and something in his other. He says, "Evening, one and all. Evening, Gary Becks. Hope you." I'm hyper tonight.
Evening, Gary.
I feel hyper tonight. I don't know why. Get your VPN. Already done that, boss. Already done that. Yeah, and also you can also you read this out, Tequila. Go on.
I typed it into the chat, mate. That's just on me.
I know, but you can read it out though.
Oh, 1 sec. Pick up your memberships, which give you access to some shows early, and also allow you to come on post-match shows of every game this season. Come onto the show and give us your thoughts. Thank you.
I think the dog wants to become a member.
Why not?
Big up to Ricky. Are you going to talk about? Are we going to talk?
No, we're not.
No, we're going to talk about. What we're talking about is the 1882 formation of a certain club in London that went on to win many things, but haven't won many things recently. We're going to talk about them. Took a little bit out of Only Fools and Horses. I wonder if anyone could caught that, what I just did. Big up, there's Colin and Tequila's plugging our channels, our YouTube sister channel, the Full-Time Sports Network. Big up to Daniel Coys, but on loan to Liverpool. When does the loan end, Daniel? Let us know when the loan deal ends. Is there an
obligation to buy, or is it an option?
Yeah, it's an obligation to buy it, or have you just done it as an option, or is it? Let us know in the chat. It says, big up. Why is Oliola getting results, but Ange can't? I said this to you early, didn't I? In the predicted lineup, Jordan actually made the same point. But Ange can't. Both have 10 players out, and why Oliola is acting like a manager with 25 years experience, and Ange seems to have only started by 5. Well, I'll tell you what, let's start with this, guys. I'll go around the houses. I'm going to start with you, Tequila. Why is Bournemouth getting the result? Because you're my co-host. You're my main
No.
man.
I know. I mean, like, why? The question is, why is he?
Yeah, well, I mean, you look at Bournemouth today. They go up to Newcastle and whip them 4-1. Why?
Okay,
Why? What's the difference between Bournemouth and Tottenham?
Okay, so he's a better manager than Ange Postecoglou. I know you won't like
Ooh.
that, but that's one. Two, I imagine, does not get the interference and all the crap that goes with dealing with Enoch and Levy, right? Three, he's probably the main man down there, like similar for the Fulham manager, like similar for the Brentford manager. These are all clubs that generally have been championship clubs, with all due respect to them, until recent years. They've all managed to come up to the Premiership and retained their place now for a decent number of years. So I think generally it's just the way the clubs are run. The way the clubs are run is they let the manager manage. And even though I don't particularly want Ange here, well, at least for next season, I don't want him here for next season. He can stay this season, but I don't want him here for next season. I don't think the word I was going to use was effery. I won't swear because it's not been 10 minutes yet, I think, so I won't use it yet. But there's no interference, so the managers are just left to manage. You're not telling me that Brentford have a better team than us, man for man. I don't believe they do. I don't think Bournemouth have a better team than us, man for man, either. And I don't think Fulham have a better team for us, man for man. But they all are better teams than us. So they're better teams than us, but they don't have better players than us.
Yeah. I'll just be back in 2 minutes. Jordan, same question to you. What's the difference? What is the difference?
Personally, I think it's pressure that comes with being the Spurs boss. Maybe that's number one. And maybe number two is Ange's attitude towards the injuries that we actually have right now. And other than that, yeah, that's probably me thinking that things aren't going his way, and he keeps playing this high line, and he keeps playing up this 4-4-3 and all that sort of stuff. So yeah.
How do you say?
Sorry. For me, it's quite clear. I put this in my WhatsApp group. Tequila, I think you're part of it. I don't know if you saw what I put my message in there. And my message was, it's all because we're Spanish, mate. You look at the best managers in the Premiership, they're all Spanish. End of. There's another way of looking at it. You've got Fraudetta at Arsenal, who's Spanish. And we're going down the league. You've got Iraola at Bournemouth, Spanish. You've got Emery at Aston Villa, who's Spanish. You've got Pep at Man City, who's Spanish. You just go down and just Spanish everywhere.
That's a very interesting point. You're right.
They've got a good breeding ground in Spain. Iraola, when he was in Spain, he was an upcoming manager in Spain, and everybody wanted him. And Iraola took a punt, and a massive punt, by not accepting any of the deals that he was being offered in Spain. And this is to manage in La Primera. He was already managing La Primera as it is, but there was other teams at La Primera that wanted him as the manager, and he chose Bournemouth. He took a mad punt, and in Spain they were like, why is he choosing Bournemouth? It's because he wanted to get into the Premiership, and I believe that Bournemouth for him is a stepping stone to a bigger job in the Premiership for him. And this is what everyone said in Spain when he came over.
Yeah.
Now, when you say about players, right? I'm not gonna diss Bournemouth, because when you've got Hussein and Zabani, one is 19 years old, the other one's 21, playing at centre half for them. They look quality. You look Kirkes playing at left back. He's a young, I can't remember what nationality Kirkes is. Absolutely superb playing at left back. Look, I'd cry out to have someone like Semenyo playing for me wide. I don't think that any of our wide players are better than Semenyo. So all this about have we got a better team and all that. In fact, to be honest, no. If I look at some of the players from these other teams, I'd love to have them at Tottenham. We should be biting Bournemouth's hand to bring Semenyo to Tottenham.
I agree with you about the front line as well. I do think our front line is.
Our front line's poor. It's completely poor. I mean, sorry, in the wide positions, we haven't got any natural wingers, and our inside forwards are useless, playing in a 4-3-3. And for me, there are players. Honestly, there are players. Some people are going to laugh. You look at Nottingham Forest. You look at their two centre halves, Milenkovic and Murillo, absolutely been stormers all season. Have they been better than our centre backs? by hell they have.
Mhm.
Then you look at their wide players. You look at Elanga and Hudson-Odoi. Now they might not be everyone's cup of tea, but they're far better than what we've got in the front in the forward lines.
Mm.
You know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to diss any team saying that, you know, we should be above you with the squads that we've got and all that, because quite clearly the way the teams are playing, some of these teams that are higher than us deserve to be there because they've got the points, but also their players have applied themselves. We've got a team that turns up one week and then doesn't turn up the next 10.
Exactly.
You know, to me,
Yeah.
I'm not going to put it all on the manager. I'm not putting it all on the manager. I just think that we've got players that are so poor, inconsistent. I don't even know whether someone want to be at the club, because they'd rather be on their TikToks and all these things that I said I don't like. Your TikToks, your Instagrams. They'd rather be on all that than play football for the club.
So,
Dermot knows.
Jose,
Dermot knows because I'm with Dermot on this. Dermot wants people to play for the club that play for this. They play for that. They play with the badge that they're wearing, and that's what we want at our club. And I don't think we're seeing that. And I don't think it's down to the manager. I just think the players that we've got, I don't think are as good as what people make out they are.
so you blame the scouting network then?
Look, I can start. If you want me to start from the top, I can start from the top, mate. God, for me, it's everything. I always say, I mean, some of the people in the chat come on my channel, and I've heard me say this about 1 million times. When we got Langer from Aston Villa, Aston Villa did not stand in his way. They let him come to us. They didn't stand in his way at all, because they wanted to bring Monchi into Villa, because they knew Monchi was going to be a better fit, because Langer hasn't done much at Villa. They didn't rate him at Villa, and they let him come to us. And I just don't rate Langer. I don't think he get deals across the line, to be honest with you.
Who sounded out Langer then? Is that Levy or was that under Levy?
Levy always, mate.
Or Munn?
No, it would have been Levy. Mum would have sounded out Ange. Levy would have sounded out the.
I think Mon and Levy would have done both, to be fair.
Do you think so?
I think so.
To me, like I said, for me, the scouting that we've got. Look, when David Pleat, you guys know, David Pleat left the club not so long ago, and obviously he's now gone to another club, and he didn't sign a non-disclosure form because he's allowed to talk. So, and he's talked loosely since he's left the club, and he's quite clearly said that they don't want scouts anymore to go to games with the eye test and stuff like that. All they do with Langer is they rely on a PC and they look at stats, and they don't go out.
So they're playing Football Manager then.
Yeah, quite possibly. But
they're following the Brentford way. That's the way they're following the Brentford model, basically.
And Brighton, but
Brighton, yeah.
But what I will say, Brentford and Brighton, although they do that model, they have still got scouts that go and do the eye test. I don't hear of us having any scouts that go out and do the eye test.
I don't know that. Maybe they do.
Sorry?
Go on, Jordan. Sorry.
No eye test then. So you're telling me that no one is that's just crazy. Like, how can they do this at this club? You have to go and see what they're all at and all and stuff. And I don't know what's going on. I really don't. This is crazy.
I know what happened. Levy watched Moneyball recently.
That's probably what it was. Yeah,
he enjoyed that film so much that he thought, we'll just copy that.
We got a couple of stats on couple of comments here. So I will get to the comments. Then I get to the starred ones. Big up Leo. He says I'm from Bowie's era. My partner is a massive Queen fan. Do you know, Leo? I even like you even more now. See, he's a decent human being. This man knows his music. Bowie and Queen, the best rock band and the rock man in the world. Apparently, Aguilera turned down the West Ham job. Yeah, everyone turned down West Ham.
Allegri, there's reports on Twitter saying that Allegri turned it down because he's looking at Tottenham. Yeah,
everyone's looking at Tottenham. I'm not the big boss. Yes, you are, Connor. Just accept it. You're the big boss, man. They did it again. They did it again. Good old Arsenal. They blew it again. Yeah, we're all singing that after today's result. Big up the column. We are going to touch on this in a minute, man. The sad news of Gary Brooks passing. It is sad news. And also the sad news of Dennis Law. I've done a little bit for Colin. He knows he's a Man United fan, but I thought I would do a little bit on Dennis Law for him as well, and a bit on Gary Brooks. So we are going to go over them in a minute, but rest in peace, Gary Brooks and Dennis Law as well. Charles Bronson. Haha. It's Burt Reynolds, Dermo. I knew it was one of the two. I knew it was
Smokey and
running.
the Bandit, isn't it?
I love Smokey and the Bandit. It's one of my favorite films, I have to say. I was just reading about books. Sad he was only 64. Yeah, it is very sad. Yeah, rest in peace, Gary Brooks. Hi Tequila says Leo Starman
Big up, Leo.
Recordings. We have 34 games. They played 24. We've had more injuries for more reasons, but I can't be bothered going into, to be honest. So true, Gary. The Bournemouth players turn up. They had passion, hunger, desire. They wanted it more, says Wayne, and the gaffer isn't stubborn with changing his style. 16 minutes, Tequila. Don't know what that's about.
I think that means either that's how long we were on for, not 10 minutes. I could have used the F word, but I'll still.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
I do have a source has got hold of me. I had to pick up the big source, the Source Red helpline. Apparently, it's a bit like the bat phone, but it's not. It says Tottenham do send scouts, but they've only been sent to Champions League games this season. So Tottenham do send scouts out.
The thing is quite funny about that is that a lot of those players might not want to join us because we're not in the Champions League.
Yep.
Daniel says Arola was Poch 2.0, starting in Spain, went to South Coast club like Poch did with Southampton, and both got teams playing serious football. Big up to Terry, big up to all talking to each other, big up to Scotty Ham as well. Big up to Listing Hands. There's 17 games left to play, and in this season, 6 wins will give us 42 points and save us from relegation. Absolutely true. Tomorrow, once we get safe from relegation, Tequila will open a bottle of champagne. If we lose tomorrow, I think Ange is gone. Do you know what?
So do I as well, yeah. Think he's gone.
I know different. We know different, don't we, Tequila?
Yeah, I don't think he's getting sacked this season anyway.
Really?
We know why,
Doesn't
but
look
we
like
can't say because we've signed an NDA. We have
Fair enough.
No, I want to put this out. This is not BS. Me and Tequila, we didn't we? We had to sign NDAs with our source.
Yeah, we got to protect our source. That's just what you got to do.
That is true as God. We did. We had to sign something to say we wouldn't speak about unless we get told we can say it. It's so frustrating because so many news we get, we would love to tell you guys. We'd be straight on YouTube straight away, but we can't because we get into trouble. Big up to Mark Taylor. Evening, everybody. Evening, Mr. Taylor. Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you before. Do hit the like button or subscription button if you already haven't. What we got here? Big up to Leo. Says 15th now. Let that sink in. Awful, dreadful, shameful. Yeah, that's true. Ange is regressing the players when Alirala is progressing his players. That's a very good point.
Very good point.
There are teams in the top 6 that are direct beneficiary of Spurs, City, United having such poor season. It happens in the past. We will in the future, but those failing clubs will return. Exactly, we will. I'm 1 year closer to terrible back problems now. It seems.
What do you mean, Boris, mate? You're right. What do you mean by that?
I have no idea.
Hope you're okay, bruv.
I hope you're okay, though, Boris. Big up. The star profile is just an identifier that it finds players to fit the profile. Then the scouts go out and eyes on. That's how it works. Big up to Gary. Big up to Mark Taylor. Still no signings to help out Ange in this transfer window. No, that's
happy
true.
birthday, Boris. That's what he meant. Happy birthday, Boris.
Oh, happy birthday, Boris.
Happy birthday, Boris.
Bournemouth look awesome today. They did, Mark Taylor. But said, TICTOC is going to be Poch 2.0. We've got one last thing from getting into show. I think the club is looking to move on from Ange. They are not getting any more players for Ange Ball. And I think that's why we're looking at Skriniar. Definitely not an Ange. Do you know what? I actually agree with that. But I have an answer for my source, but I'm waiting for it to be confirmed if I can say it or not. But there is sort of an answer to somebody's question. We're just waiting for the okay. Right, guys, let's crack in with the show. What we're going to start with first is we're going to start on this. This is for Colin. We know Colin is a big part of our channel, but he's also a Man United fan. And sadly, last night we lost the legendary player, Dennis Law. Now, none of us were lucky enough to see him play, but we've watched highlights of him. A very eventful career. Started at Huddersfield Town, went to Man City. I then went to Torino as well. At the same time, Jimmy Greaves went to AC Milan. Came back then to Manchester United, played 309 games for United, then left Man United, went back to Man City for a season, and back-heeled the goal that got Man United relegated in the last game of the season to send United down. Let that sink in. International career, Scottish under 23 player, 3 games, 1 goal. And also playing for Scotland as well for 1958 to 74, 55 international caps with 30 international goals. And this is now Gary Brooks. Also, we lost last night as well, sadly. He made 101 appearances for Tottenham, scored 18 goals. Of course, 2-time FA Cup winner in 80, 81, 81, 82. Of course, won the UEFA Cup in 83, 84. Also represented the likes of Norwich, Greenwich, Wimbledon, Stoke City, Brentford, Gloucester United, Reading, and of course my old time where I was brought up, St Albans City in the non-league. And also his look. Also, just a bit more about Dennis Law. First, he won the league championship twice for Man United in 64, 65, 66, 67, FA Cup in 62, 63, FA Charity Shield 65, 67. And then for Scotland, he won the British Home Championship, which was something that was run, I think, to the 80s, and then they stopped it, I think. But they shared it a few times, won it outright in 61, 62, 62, 63, and 63. 64 was shared, 66, 67, they won it outright. I think that was the game that Scotland beat England and declared themselves the best team in the world because England had won the World Cup the previous year and then shared it again in 71, 72. He was a Ballon d'Or winner in 1964. He was the World Soccer 11 in 64 and the European Cup top goal scorer in 68, 69. I want to start with you, Jose. Look, you and me are sort of the older fans, so we remember Gary Brooks and also Dennis Law. The babies of the group won't remember them too much. Dennis Law, firstly, I know he's a Man United player, but we're losing all these greats, aren't we? These great players of a generation of the 60s and 70s. And it's sad, isn't it? We lost Jack Charlton a few years ago. We've lost many players since Bobby Charlton. It seems to be a generation of players going now. And we're losing that link, aren't we, to the past of the greats?
Yeah, and it's going to happen because the one guarantee for all of us is that even while we're on here, we're getting a second, a minute, an hour, a day, a week, a month. We get older. We all get older. And so obviously at our age, we can recall and recollect and go back to players of yesteryear that we saw or just finished playing their careers. You know, as I was growing up, because I was born in the late 60s. So I saw some of these players still playing. And, you know, I saw Pele still playing. I saw Johan Cruyff playing. I saw all these players and they've all gone and they've passed on, you know, and it's part of age. But Dennis Law was a great player, fantastic footballer at every club, a good servant at every club he went to. He scored goals for every club that he was at. And he also played in Italy. And when he came back from Italy, he then went across to the other side of Manchester. So he ended up, and he's probably one of the only people that's been able to unite Manchester because he played for the Blues and for the Reds, and Manchester's in mourning as from yesterday, and that'll be the whole of Manchester. It's not one side, it's both sides. He was brilliant. He was an absolutely fantastic footballer, and he played in an era like we all know. I mean, this guy who passed away as well. They all played in an era when we didn't have carpets for football pitches. They played in an era when it was a quagmire, you know, and the ball was more like a medicine ball. The football was more like a medicine ball, and you know, you don't get the pictures you get now. Yet these guys had sublime skill. They managed to score goals. They were world class players in their time. And imagine them playing if they were playing now. All right, they might have to get a bit fitter because they all used to like to have a drink and a fag at half time. But they'd have to get a bit fitter. But cool, could they handle themselves on the pitch? They'd make people look stupid, and they could play with both feet as well. These people.
They did. I mean, Tequila and Jordan, I bring you in, guys. Now, look, the likes of Gary Brooks and Dennis Law. Quickly with you, Tequila, and I go to Jordan to finish this off. I mean, look, I remember Maradona when he died. And look, I grew up with Maradona. He was like my football idol, Diego Maradona, for many reasons, many reasons. Not just because Argentina beat England in the World Cup in '86. That's got nothing to do with it. But he was a generational genius. These players, do you look back at these players now, Tequila? and I remember Gary Brooks playing, had a serious car crash as well, which nearly finished him off. And he did come back, well, he's never the same player again. Do you look back at these legendary players and think, do you know what? I wish we had some of them in today's team.
I do. It's a little bit before my fandom, especially, you know, so I don't have the memories of watching these guys play. Of course, I respect what they did for the club. Both players, even just because Law didn't play for Spurs doesn't mean I don't respect the man. But as Jose was saying, we are, at least you, me, and Jose, getting to the age where we are seeing, and not just in football as well, we're seeing our idols and our heroes, for lack of a better term, unfortunately starting to pass away. And that's what happens, you know, because obviously the footballers' careers, you know, they is, you know, from 18 to 34, 35. I know that it's lasting a little bit longer on average nowadays for some players, but so if you're talking about watching them when you're kids, you know, you're looking at, you know, most of the players who I grew up watching are probably in their 50s and 60s. So they're not quite passing away, I suppose. But because obviously Jose and yourself, you know, came into it earlier, you know, you are getting to the point where, unfortunately, it's like the players, obviously, that you idolized as kids are going to start passing away. I mean, 60, that's still pretty young, to be honest.
64 is way too young.
Yeah. I mean, that is pretty long, to be fair. So.
He did pass after a long illness, so that there was something there, and so did Dennis Law. Dennis Law was 82, but he died of, I think it was dementia, or something along them lines. And very to you, Jordan. Just finish this off. Look, history is very important to me, right? And it is important to. This is what this part of this channel was sort of started on, because of the history. You look at United, they have two statues of Dennis Law outside Old Trafford. They've got the famous one with Best, Law, and Charlton, and they've got one by itself. You look at other clubs, they put statues up of their past players. Now, I'm not saying there should be a statue up there of Graham Brooks. I'm not saying that, but we don't have anything. And do you know, when these players do pass, I'm just wondering, what's Tottenham going to do tomorrow? Well, just wear black armbands. That's it. And what on the next home game? Are we going to do anything?
If that, Dermo, and it's quite depressing, and it shouldn't be that way. But
no,
we know that Enoch don't really go into their past, do they? We've got to be honest. They don't.
No, they don't.
They don't embrace it, do they?
That's
it.
I mean, Jordan, where are you on it?
Well, for me, considering he was 64, that is the age of my dad is right now, so that's quite scary.
Yeah.
So yeah. Other than that, I think you asked me about the lads from years ago. I think if you've got an average lad from the 60s, I think if he was put into today's game, I think the one statement I would say is that he would smash everybody, because nowadays you cannot put your hands near anybody, and I think it's crazy. Whereas years ago, they were like nuts. They would go in for you. They would do pretty much anything to get that ball kind of off you and all that. So yeah, that would be it there.
Yeah, I
sad to
get
see
that.
though too.
It is sad to see, and look, may they both rest in peace. Our sympathies go out to both their families and everyone that's associated with them. There will be black armbands tomorrow for Spurs, but I just hope to do something.
So do I as well, Dermo,
at the home game, because we need to. I mean, we missed Bill Nick's anniversary, and he's the greatest manager. He is Tottenham, and we missed his anniversary, and that for me that's non-acceptable. But big up to. It does need to tell you everything, but you know, our hearts go out to Gary Brooks' family and also Dan and Law's family. And
100%, yeah.
This is the thing. This is what I was saying to Tequila the other day, that football is such a tribal sport. When something like this happens, you look at the Bentoncourt, wasn't it, Tequila? When I did that game, how many fans came into our chat at that game, wishing Bentoncourt well?
From the supported other teams, quite a few, dude.
Yeah,
quite a few.
and this thing brings football together. But our sympathies and the condolences go out to both families, and may they both rest in peace and enjoy their whatever they believed in, afterlife, some sort of thing. Anyway, just welcome a few more people in. It says I have a tenor with any of you that Angie's the man of the year from now. Right, Tequila.
Oh,
A tenor with that. What? So Gary, you believe he's going to be here next year?
Yeah.
I'm not a better man, but
You
I think
can't
your
turn
money's-
that down. You're so.
I'm not a better. Honestly, I don't do bets, but I'll let one of you take the bets, but I doubt that.
I tell you what, I take it on for you, Tequila. How's that?
Okay, mate. Fine.
Right, I'm taking this on behalf of Tequila, Gary. Okay, I am and Jim, but on behalf of Tequila, I'm taking this on from him. So yeah, so Tequila, we have a bet.
And he means
up.
a year. He means a year from now, so it's not even the start of next season. So
No,
you're telling me
from
by
this time next
January
year.
26. Okay.
Yeah. Yola grew up a Captain Scarlet.
We'll
Rivalry
we'll be in the championship, mate.
Yeah.
We've got him.
Big
by
up the
next
Colin.
season.
Pick up. Just go for Bournemouth. Just go for the Bournemouth. Lee D. It says just go for the Bournemouth manager, for God's sake. Angie's finished, I'm sure. Big up to the United Spurs of America. Big up to Jacob over there. Big up,
Evening, Jacob.
Big up Dermot, Jose, and
Big up,
Banner.
Jacob.
Hell yeah, New Year, but it's so blessed for you. Come on, you beeping Spurs. I know what he's trying to say. So Gary played for his reserves at White Hart Lane. He partnered Mark Farco, who scored a hat-trick in their 7-0 win versus Watford. Big up to Mr. Paddy Harnett. Big up to the legend that is Mr. Paddy Harnett. Big up, Paddy. Hope you're doing
Evening,
well. I
Paddy.
haven't seen you in the chat for a while. I got a complaint.
I'm just
I have a-
joking. I'm just joking, Gary. I'm just joking. I don't actually believe we'll be in the championship, mate. I'm just joking.
I have a complaint. I have a moan about Tottenham Hotspur's ticketing services. It's shite. Their ticketing service is shite.
I think
I'm
7.
going to say. Hang on. I don't know where that was coming from. Big up to Paddy. Gary says I saw Maradona play for Spurs. Oh yeah, and the Aussie testimonial. Him and Huddle spraying pinpoint passes, absolutely class. Even though he was a cheat, he's not a cheat. Maradona's not a cheat. He's not a cheat at all. Came off his hair. I'm telling you now, it came off his hair. Rest in peace, Dennis Law and Gary Brick. Big up Adrian. Big up Adrian. Hope you're doing well. Yep, says Gary Becks. If Angie's in charge by this time next year, we'll donate 10 subs. Big up to Colin. Oh yeah. LOL, stop it, Tequila. We won't be in the championship. Ha ha.
Yeah, I know.
And then we've got Tequila memberships even. We knew what you meant. We knew what you meant, man. You knew what it meant. Right, we are playing tomorrow at Everton, the greatest game at the second great stadium in the world, Goodison Park, which is sadly going after this season. So last ever visit there to the old stadium up in Liverpool. The referee tomorrow is Darren England. Assistant is Mark Perry. Akel Housen. Fourth official is Tony Harrington. VAR is John Brooks. Assistant VAR is Scott Ledger. So we haven't got a hope in hell. That I mean, we're fucked completely. Darren England and John Brooks, that we're fucked. Might as well not bother turning up. I mean, Tequila. With John Brooks as a VAR, please, not another one that he's. Oh, please, no. We're fucked. This man, right, can't even draw a straight line, and they got him doing VAR.
Was he over the Arsenal game?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. This is a man that actually didn't. Oh, we're fucked, Tequila. I think you might be right about us losing.
Doesn't look good, does it, mate?
No. I mean, Darren England and John Brooks, the worst combination in world football. Seriously. If you want to see the game, but I tell you what you do, right, guys? You do put it on these services here, but you don't listen to their commentary. No, you listen to me. the best commentary on YouTube. And I also listen to Jordan, the new. He's not the Gary Neville because that is Colin.
Wow.
And he's not the Jamie Carragher, which is
Wow.
Tequila.
Oh wow.
What's an oh
Bloody
wow
hell.
mean? What's an oh?
Look at the people you. I don't want to be with one of them, man.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Jamie Carragher.
You sound a bit like him.
No.
Jordan's just going to be the new Trevor Brooken. Anyone that's older.
See, that's not that bad. Trevor Brooking's not that bad, but don't call.
I have
Carragher
no
up.
clue who that is.
I grew up with Trevor Brooken and John.
You don't remember
Watson and
Trevor
Barry
Brooking?
Davis.
Even I remember him.
Insulted me and Tequila, says the guy.
Exactly.
I thought Gary Neville would like being a Man United fan. Anyway, you can watch it on Sky Sports, Peacock TV, Fubu TV, and in Aussie, Australia, it's Optus Sport. I know I spelled Optus Sport wrong, so anyone in Australia, don't blame me. I suffer with dyslexia, and it's a bitch. This is our history against Everton in the Premier League. We played 65 times. We drew 25 of them, but we've got such a superior T. Carragher.
Listen, I've been called Cundy and now I'm being called Carragher.
Which one do you prefer?
Out of those two?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'll take Carragher just because he's not a Chelsea fan. There you go. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Harry knew. Harry. Oh, Lord, this is turning into one of those streams. Wayne's going to get the popcorn out. He's going to be delighted. Total wins. Do you want to take this over? I need a drink and stop laughing. Tequila, please. Sorry.
What have we got? We've played 65, 25 draws. Total wins 9, 5 at home, 4 away. 31 overall total wins, 21 home and 10 away. Next slide, please, Dermo.
Their 9s are Everton, the 31's Tottenham. So we've had 21 wins at home against Everton and 10 away. Everton have had a really poor record against us in the Premier League. This is our meetings. Tottenham, Jordan, and the guys we're unbeaten in the last 5. Okay, we'll get to that super chat in a minute, Tequila.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, we'll get that in 2 minutes.
On the 3rd of April 23, who was in charge then?
Listen, DJ Samuel, mate, if you're having homeless problems, don't be giving us super chats, bruv.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Big up to DJ, though. Thank you. He says, I need to give you an update. Not in a good place at the moment. I'm facing homeless problems at the moment. Long story. Well, listen, firstly, from me, and I know from the guys here on the channel, you can always get hold if you need anything. And I mean anything, we're all here to help you. We're all here if you need to talk to any of us. You can get us on our social media. You can get us on our email address as well if you need to send us an email. You didn't have to send in the super chat, man. You really didn't. Thank you, but you didn't have to. If you need anything, we're all here for you. And do you know what? This is what this channel's about, isn't it, Tequila? We're a family on here, aren't we? And when we see one of our members struggling, what we want to do is help straight away, isn't it? And we're there for him. So if he needs anything, just reach out to us, man. Just reach out to us.
Even though I have not been homeless, I was nearly homeless once. So, DJ, I hope you know of places like Shelter and places like that, assuming you're in the UK, for advice and stuff. I'm assuming you probably already do, but just in case, there's places like Shelter and stuff like that where you can get advice. So they've got a website. So if you are in the UK, have a look at them, see if there's any help there for you, mate.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Yeah, and look, I was homeless for a while myself. A little while, about 8-9 years ago, I was homeless here in Ireland, and it wasn't nice. It really was a low point in my life. So I know what it's like to be facing this sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think we all do in one way, shape, or form. But listen, if you need us, DJ, you got our email address. That's manned by myself and Colin and Tequila as well. You know how to get hold of me on X. We've got our Facebook page as well, which I'm going to link the guys into as well. And also you've got our TikTok as well. So you know where we are if you need us day or night, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. If you need anything, just keep us updated. We want to know you're safe and you're okay. Jordan, do you want anything to GJ before we carry on the show?
I hope things turn around, and all the best, pal. Horrible to hear that, so
right,
all the best, bud.
Colin, actually, that's a good point. Well done, Colin. Colin works in that sector. That's actually a very good point. So, DJ, do email us. It is manned by myself and Colin. So do that straight away, and between us all, we'll try to help you in any which way we can. But you didn't have to send in the super chat, but it's very much appreciated. But listen, we need you. Any last thing, Takeda, before we move on?
No. Like Demes says, like if Com's actually got information and that, and he can give you websites and stuff like that. Like I say, there is places you can get help from.
Yeah.
If you're in the UK, I don't know about other countries, to be honest, but send an email to Com and he'll help you out, mate. I'm sure he will.
The email is in the description below, man. So do it. Big up. DJ, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
I really am. Makes you think, doesn't it, guys, that life can be hard, can't it? Can be very hard. Tottenham
be very unexpected. Just takes one bit of news,
Yeah, it does. Listen, my thoughts and prayers are with you, DJ, from all of us here on the channel, and also I'm sure Jose feels the same as well.
I know DJ as well. So DJ, exactly what these gentlemen have said. I'm really sorry to hear that you're in a bad place at the moment, mate. But the best cure for this, if there is anything out there, is to share, reach out, and let's see whether we can get you the help that you need, mate, or at least some advice to put you in the right place.
Signposting. Yeah.
That's what this channel was built on. This is what channel's about, isn't it, Tequila? When you come onto this channel in the column, we sort of rejigged it a bit, didn't we, to make sure we're always there for our members and our subscribers. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Without them, we wouldn't be doing what we're
trying to build a good community, and DJ's been a very loyal member of that since the start. Yes. So anything we can do, bro.
Yeah, anything, man, you just let us know. Spurs are unbeaten against Everton in the last 5 games, guys. Going back for the 4-0 win early in the season. We keep beating them at home, but getting draws away tomorrow. So, Tequila, Jordan, I'm going to start with you and go my way backwards up to Tequila last. Is a draw tomorrow a good result for Ange Postecoglou, or does he have to win to keep his job?
I think in the moment that we're in now, I think a draw would be decent enough, but I think Ange should go for the win. I'm hoping that he will, but as it is now, I think Spurs are so up, down. God knows what's going to happen. So, yeah.
Jose, with you, is a win so vital tomorrow for Ange Postecoglou to keep his job? Will a draw sort of keep him in it as well, or does he have to go for the win?
If Ange is true to his word, right, and he said it's all about the club, it's not about him, then regardless of what anyone thinks, a win is vital. For everyone involved, a win is vital. We are watching people pick up points and leaving us behind at the moment, and we have got some games coming up. I mean, not in the immediate future. We're going to have some games coming up, especially the first week of February are the ones that I look at. And the ones that I look at in the first week of February are the 2 cup games that we've got against Liverpool and Villa. Yeah, we need to pick up games. But if we pick up the points now from tomorrow onwards and we start picking up wins, that will take us in a trajectory going upwards for them 2 important games we've got against Liverpool and against Villa. We need to just win games. I don't care if we win 1-0 and it's scrappy. I don't care if we play awful and we win 1-0. We just need to start getting the W's. And, you know, at the end of the day, we've got a whole load of young players playing for us. And they've done commendably well. But what have the youngsters got to look at? That they've just got to look at losing a loss. Keep looking at losses. The youngsters, we've got to start everyone's got to muck in. We've got to start seeing W's and
Yeah.
see that there is light at the end of the tunnel for the youngsters that we've got playing for us as well. So to me, I'm quite confident. Call me delusional, but I'm quite confident tomorrow. And the reason why I'm confident is I went to the only time I've ever been to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was when we beat Everton 4-0. And Everton had absolutely zero. And I'm talking zero. They've got no attack. Their midfield's awful. And their defence can be got out so easily. The only players that are missing tomorrow that played in that 4-0 victory, we're missing the two centre-halves, the goalkeeper, but Solanke was missing that day as well because it was Sonny that did the pressing and played down the middle. And the only player that Everton are missing from that first game is Jared Brathwaite because they played with Michael Keane and Tarkowski at the back. And they've lost some midfielders. Their forwards are non-existent. They've got, the non-existent Calvert-Lewin and Beto, I think the other one is. They're non-existent. For me, Tottenham, tomorrow, if you really wanted to get 3 points and you really wanted to turn up to a game, tomorrow's the one to do it at.
Yeah. No, I agree. Tequila, look, you're more sort of. I don't mean this to be patronising to you at all. Please don't take it this way, but you are more Ange out than I am. So really, a win, lose, or draw tomorrow doesn't really bother you, does it? Away because you want them gone anyway. So why do you think Ange still has them around? And I do have something to say. There is something to back this up because Philip put in a comment very early on. I did start it. It says player power was a part of the Poch, Jose, and Conte leaving the club. The fact that Levy hasn't fired Ange when the results are worse in 15 years would appear to suggest he knows the players are behind Ange. What do you see so different that us Ange sort of in fans are not seeing? What are you seeing different?
I think the stats kind of speak for themselves. I mean, stats can be manipulated. They can, to fit agendas, and that happens often. But the point is that I think it's 1.14 or 1.17 or something really low like that points. And also, if you look at the list, so we had a look at this a couple of weeks ago, Dermo.
Yeah, we did.
And you look at his win percentages, and it's right at the bottom, just ahead of Santini, who I believe was the only one who had worse. These facts don't lie. Yes, he has had a lot of injuries, and yes, a lot of them has been in the same position. That's the part I find a little bit. That's where I've got a bit of sympathy. Is that a lot of it has all come in the same position area. The fact we've got injuries, every club has that. The fact that we've got so many in certain positions, especially the centre halves, that's the unlucky part for me because the injuries have not been distributed fairly, if that's the right word to use, around the team. I actually don't want Ange out until the end of the season. I actually don't. But my reasoning for that is because I want to win a cup. And generally, he's been okay in the cups.
Yeah,
if you take Coventry aside, we've done really well in the Carling Cup. If you take the Coventry aside, FA Cup's too early really to talk about that. Tamworth, that was a poor performance, but we got through. In Europe, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. But the bottom line is that we're still in 3 cups, specifically 2 of them, which I think we've got a decent chance still in to win. So that's why I actually don't want him sacked. I've given up on the league. Even though I joked with Gary Bex earlier, I don't actually believe he will be relegated.
No.
I've looked at the table and I think that there's 3 clubs that are just so far behind us that points-wise and ability-wise that it would have to be something shocking for us to get relegated. So if I don't care where we're going to finish in the league anymore, then what's the point of sacking him? So technically I'm saying it doesn't matter that much. But if we were to lose to Everton, who are around us, then the closer relegation, getting sucked into that relegation battle is. I actually think it'll probably be a draw tomorrow, like Jordan. I think it'll be like a 1-1 or a 2-2. We don't keep clean sheets, Dermo. You know this.
No,
I know that.
No, we don't.
I know that. I mean, look, we are facing. I mean, I don't want to keep harping on, but I think this has a very big point to it. We do. I mean, you look at Everton's form guide. I mean, no wins in the last 5, 3 defeats on the bounce as well. Haven't scored in the last 3 as well. Conceded 4 goals. Haven't scored. I only scored 1 in the last 5, and that was a 1-1 draw against Man City. And 2 points at the last 5 as well. It isn't great form, to be fair. Tottenham, though, on the other hand, what are we? 1 point on the last 5. Look, we've got defeat, draw, defeat. Tottenham are on a 5-game winless streak in the league. We haven't won since we beat Southampton 5-0 before Christmas.
Everton really have a problem scoring goals.
Yeah,
so
we have a problem keeping them out.
Exactly.
It's hard to really fear. I don't fear Everton at all. That's the thing. That's why it's like I can't believe we're in a position we're in. I can't see how they're going to beat us, but we're just so bad at the minute, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
No, but you look at this though. Look at the injuries we got out.
Yeah,
Vicario's out with an ankle. We've got
Yeah.
Destiny out with the hamstring. We've got Romero out with the thigh. We've got Mandavan out with the hamstring. We've got Basuma's a major doubt for tomorrow. Werner, I don't think Werner's a big miss for anyone, to be fair. So, do you know? And again, the prophet of truth did tell you he did have a hamstring before he got his hamstring, and it was me that gave it to him. Just to let you know out there. We've got Bentancur out with a head. We've got Eustace Johnson, who I'm still a big fan of.
Did you say Bentancur's not got a head?
No, I said Bentancur's out with his head injury.
I'm pretty sure you said Bentancur's.
You've been playing
doesn't
too
have a
many
head.
of them horror games, man.
Yeah, been cutting heads off. You're right.
Yeah. Johnson is out with his calf, and also Odegaard is out with his hamstring. So you look at this tequila, right? No wonder Andrew's in a bit of a pickle. He's lost his defense. He's lost his sort of general in midfield. Do you know, Basuma, you can say what you like about him. I think he will go in the summer. Odegaard, we've never seen. But once you lose your goalkeeper, your 2 best centre backs, and your fullback, you're gonna struggle. But again, is this down to Levy not backing him in the summer? Is this the transfer window, as I keep saying, coming back to bite us on the arse? And
well, like I say, there is a little bit of. He has been a little bit unlucky, but this whole I don't want him hiding behind this, and I'm not saying that that's what you're saying he's doing, Dermo. But
he is doing it though.
No, he is.
hiding
Yeah.
behind it. You look at
I
the
don't.
manager.
Well, yeah, I don't think he should be hiding behind it, because even though I see that and I agree, and yes, it looks like now our defensive players are starting to come back, and now we're starting to get all our forward players injured. So that's the part which I can see is a bit unlucky. We're being hit in a lot of the same areas all at the same time. But the number of injuries, no, I'm not, because I think that generally is something that happens to most teams. And then there's arguments that we've had before, Dermo, regarding, is he training them too hard?
Yeah.
Is his style of play? There's way too many hamstrings on there, right? Is his style of play affecting it as well, right? So there's a whole bunch of things that maybe he's responsible for a little bit, right? But even so, are we really the 15th worst team in the league?
No.
Then he's underperforming.
No, we are. That's because we are. The league is real. We're 15th. It's because that's where we deserve to be. So we are as a team underperforming. We are underperforming because we're 15th.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be having this. If we were having this conversation, we'd be 8th, and we'll say we're underperforming in 8th. So it doesn't matter what you look at. We are underperforming. League doesn't lie.
And that's the thing, isn't it? We are underperforming. And is that down to the injuries? Is that down to Ange Postecoglou's possibly being naive? Or is it down to his stubbornness? What's it down to? Why are we suffering so bad in the league then?
Badly coached players. That's my opinion.
Look, he doesn't bring it. That's a good point. He doesn't bring his own coaches. Is that a problem too?
It hasn't been a problem anywhere else he's been at.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
Dermot, you follow Celtic, right? So you're going to be probably in a better position to answer this than me, right? But the number 2 at Celtic is the one that Tottenham wanted. The number 2 at Celtic that Ange left behind, who's a really, really, really good coach, right? Now, the people that we've got at Tottenham, for whether we like this or not, Ange is the manager. Ange gives his philosophy out. Ange tells the coaches what he wants, what he expects, and lets the coaches go out and do the work with them. He oversees it, but the coaches do the work. Now, I don't know because I'm not on the training pitch, but when I look at who our coaches are, it don't electrify me. I don't get no
No.
buzz. I wonder what the players get, because I get no buzz at all. We bought the 2 boys in from Hibernian, who Hibernian got rid of them because they weren't that good. And they came up, Raimundo and the other fella, and they came to us. Then we've got Ryan Mason there. We've got the other chap who used to be a goalkeeper in the youth team at Tottenham, who's there as well. And I just look and I just think to myself, our coaches good enough? Now, it might be admirable that he brings and he works with whoever he's got. That might be admirable. But I'm telling you one thing, I could see it last season, we could see it this season. It doesn't work. The coaches that we have do not make our players any better. And I kind of think, right, if we look at the season so far, right, we look at the games that we've won. We look absolutely electrifying in games that we've won, and we scored by loads of goals. Even when we lost them games, when we were playing this system that everyone keeps saying that Ange plays, we were losing games, right? And there was holes to be found. Now what we've done is we're trying to play in a different way, right? Because we're trying to plug the holes in that. But by doing that, it's taken some of our other work away and some other of our strengths away by having to adapt to the way that we're playing now. And to me, I'm just thinking to myself, just unleash the beast, man. Let these players go back out again. But we need to have a serious look at the setup. I mean, we might have the best training stadium. We might have the best training facilities in world football. We might have the best, the best lodge hotel to stay at your training pitch. We might have everything like that. But the one thing we need, we might have a great academy. We're doing all the right things and that. Got all these great youngsters coming through. But the one thing that we haven't got in the first team are decent coaches for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely no decent coaches.
Yeah, I agree with that in a way. I've got a little behind in the chat. I do apologize, guys. No, sorry. We've got some good comments, but just before we get back to the chat and justifying these on the injuries, the kilo. Did you have you saying it, Jordan, or have I got to come to you?
Yeah, I don't really mind. I think I agree with everything what Jose had just said there. The only thing I would add to that is that Ange has a terrible injury list wherever he is.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if you look at him when he was at Celtic in his first year, I think from October to Christmas that year, he had 6 lads out with hamstrings. Like, what's up with that? Like, and now he's at Spurs, and out of the injuries there, we have 4 of them. So it seems to be the exact same thing over and over.
Yeah, look, I get it. Tequila, where you on that final word on this before we move on?
Like I say, I don't that the amount of injuries I generally don't want to hide behind, and if Ange is doing that, then that's one more reason why I don't like him, to be honest. But
he's not doing it, Tequila, right?
Is he not? I thought he was.
No,
is he hiding behind it or not?
No. What I'm going to say, Tequila, right, is that if you look at football now, right, and you go back 10 years ago, right, no, we didn't have the kind of injuries. Not just Tottenham, anywhere in the league, you didn't have the amount of these hammies. And now we're appearing. You've got ACLs all appearing all over the shop now. We didn't have this 10 years ago. The way football is now played and the robotic nature and the way that people set up, 15 teams out in the Premiership, set up the same way. They tried to play high lines and everything. The way football is played now is ruining not just Tottenham, loads of squads. It's not just a Tottenham thing. It's not just a Tottenham thing. And this has been in the last 10 years. 10 years ago, you wouldn't have had 3 players in the club out with a hamstring.
I put it down to VAR. Stopping and starting. Players get cold, players get warm and cold, and then players are pulling hamstrings. Right, we do have a bit of breaking news. Dom Solanke, Paddy Harnett put it in chat. Big up to you, Paddy. We just had it confirmed as well. I know Paddy's well connected as well. So big up to Paddy. Big up to our man in the ground. It says Dom Solanke is being assessed. He did pull up in training. So we might be adding Dom Solanke to that list as well.
Another player in the forward line. That's unlucky.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would have, for me personally, it could be a blessing if he gets the rest, because although I've picked my team for later, I didn't want to pick Solanke. He's one of the ones that I want to give a rest. And now that we've got Richie back, I'd rather play Richie up there. But we'll wait and see.
Big up to Colin. He says badly coached players, the refusal to change, adapting game tactics when it's required, and when he makes a change, they are weird, such as leaving Bergville. Me and Colin said this on the watch along on Wednesday when he made that substitution at half time. Bergville was on his own in midfield. It was like he got to the half time. Right, lads, we're 2-1 down. Let's just go for it. Like, and I'm thinking, what the?
That was crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I know there's going to be people in the chat saying, "Oh, you know, us guys know more about football than Ange," but I have so little confidence that he knows what he's doing. I've got to be honest. I have so little confidence in his manager that he really knows what he's doing.
I do understand that. Look, I'm an Ange fan. I get that. He wasn't like this at Celtic. That was the thing. I think we've never seen injuries like this before. And no manager has ever had these injuries. There's no certainty how bad or minor it is. It could be nothing. He may play tomorrow and could be worse. Okay, so we're just trying to find out, guys, what is the latest on Dom Solanke. But big up to Colin as well. Big up to everyone. I apologize. I can't get to everyone's chat. I do apologize. Big up to Kate as well, who's coming on, I think, next week. Tequila, we're having the lovely lady Kate coming on, joining us. I like Kate. Her and Jim. Maybe Jimbo might turn up as well. Maybe the both of them will. Absolute gentlemen. A gentleman and a lady of the Spurs community. That's how I see them. They're the Posh and Becks. What do you reckon, Tequila, of the Spurs community? What do you reckon?
I'm sure they'll love you. They'll love you calling them Posh and Becks. I'm sure they will.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure Kate will send me a really lovely message later. Call them Posh and Becks.
She quite happy take being called gent as well. Don't worry.
I'm saying nothing. I'm saying
the two gents from Perfect Match.
I'm saying nothing. I am saying absolutely nothing no more. Who is Posh? It's up to you, Kate. You can take that decision.
Jim's Posh.
Yeah. Anyway, I like this one from Mr. E. Tequila. Any Ange lovers in the chat? Yeah, there's one hosting.
Yeah, you got at least one in here. I know that.
Yeah,
he's really not playing.
Yeah. Big up to Just a Harmless Potato. Good evening. No, big up Dermot in the panel. Big up to 76 if you're watching. Wow. Big up, big people in tonight. Blame that Pratt Pep. Yeah, he's going through a hard time. Isn't he, Tequila and Jordan at the moment? Like divorced.
Yeah.
Lost his house in Spain.
He's having a nightmare, isn't he?
Yeah.
Got lots of scratches on his face.
Yeah. Just you know, signed Haaland for another 10 years.
Yeah, what a crazy deal, what?
I heard something about that Man City thing. I can't tell you on air. I when I got told, I just shuddered. Plus, too much football. Way too many pointless internationals at the beginning of the season. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. Yeah. Paul says, before comments, good evening. All Ange rigorous training is killing us. I think everyone agrees. I think we all agree with that. Paddy Harnett says, only say 9 thing when I've been told nothing 100% confirmed yet. Well, Paddy, you know, like our source, you really are. You are connected. You're the most well-connected Irishman, Tottenham fan in Ireland, as we all know. And big up to Wayne. Wayne says, I'm good, getting over cold. Hope you feel better. Big up to Paul Pablo. Paul Pablo. Hello, Mr. Pablo. Hi, Ange lovers. See? I'm well known. Injuries, excuses. Ange spent over 350 million in 1 year. And we're near relegation. Make up your own mind. Make up your own mind. Gelp, as Tyson Fury would say.
Has he actually spent that? Has he actually spent?
Yeah, he did. He went down to Tesco's and spent 350.
I was just going to say, where did all that go? Like,
yeah, pound
350 million
or pennies.
Hey, look, the cost of living crisis is real. Yeah. You know? It went on electric bills.
Big up to Missy. Paddy Harnett would be surprised if he's right though. What's that? Tequila? Sorry.
Vietnam veterans.
Vietnam have better. That's harsh. That is really harsh, but
a little bit,
probably true. Big up to Nita. Good evening. My first time here. Well, welcome, sir or madam.
Big up, Nita.
She's a lady. I put it in my chat, in my group, WhatsApp group that I was coming on here, and we've got a few that have already come in. So Nita's one of my ones. She's a good girl.
What? But well, please like and subscribe to here if you don't mind. If Jose doesn't mind.
No. That's why I told people I was coming here. So
yeah, please do. We would be great. We're on the march to 3K. We are. Hopefully, we'll get there soon. Good evening. First time here. It's only my opinion. The coaches have players running up and down the pitch without looking at skills. That players have to be. Look, Jordan, you're the fan out of it all, right? You're more up to date with the football today than possibly. I'm looking at it from another point of view, and Tequila as well, and Jose as well. So you're the young guy, you're the gang, you're the lad with the lowdown. You know the latest crack, what's going on. Does she have a point here?
Yeah, I think personally, running up and down the pitch, it's good for like fitness and everything else like that. But other than that, I think players have to have a ball at their own 2 feet, and that's that. Work on pretty much everything overall, and so I think the sport, in my opinion, has gone a bit too far down that direction.
I mean, how much has it changed in your time supporting Tottenham? What would you like to see the coaches do? Because I think Nita makes a very good point here. They should be looking at skills and teaching them skills and shooting and tackling and the more of the tactics side of the game. Do you feel Tottenham players are it's no more based on fitness than it is tactics?
Well, I think Ange is very rigid in that regard, so it's kind of hard to tell. Like, it would be nice to see how the players react when they turn up, because if they're doing the same things over and over and over, it must be a pain. So, and then I think the other thing that I would like to bring up is that we conceded how many goals from a corner now this year? It must be over like 9 now, is it? And it looks like to me they won't work on that, which is absolutely crazy.
I want to bring this one. Well, big up, Jordan. Good points. And Nita, I hope you enjoyed them points from Jordan. I think very well put, Jordan, and very well done indeed. This one from Tan. How are you? Sorry, do you want to read this one out? Sorry, my dyslexia is really playing up with me tonight. I don't know why.
How are you an Ange fan? What's your favorite aspect of the guy I assuming he missed out a word, you like? He's basically asking why are you still Ange in, I guess. Don't I? Or why
just who we are, mate. Just who we are, mate. It's who we are, mate. It's just who we are. I like Ange because I've seen what he was like up at Celtic. So I know what he's done. And for here, another thing of, the Scottish League is not a league. You still got to beat who's in front of you up there. You still got to go away to Aberdeen. You still got to go away to other teams and beat Rangers twice a year. It's not just Celtic rock up in the first game of the season. Oh, here's the league title, Celtic. We've got to earn it. You've got to win it up there. And Ange up there come into our club, Celtic, and we were a mess. We were on our knees, and Ange rebuilt the club within Ange's image, and we went on to be really successful under Ange. And I know if he gets the right players under his tutelage, under his coaching, he will succeed at Tottenham. We've got to give him a chance. We can't keep firing managers. It's just rinse and repeat if we do that. What's the point? Keith Birkinshaw should have been sacked after 77 if you're working on that premise. Then we never would have won the FA Cup twice and the UEFA Cup. You might as well have sacked Bill Nick after he won the double, because he wasn't he came in as an assistant manager. He didn't coach anywhere else, but he went on to be the most successful manager this club's ever known. You might as well have sacked, God knows, Terry Venables.
Dermo, I mean, me and you have gone back on this, but all I'll say is that but even so, I understand and I respect your opinion. You know I do. But even you, and I know you were very hurt with the Arsenal defeat, even you can't think that really being 14th or whatever we are, 14th, 15th, really is acceptable for a club really the size of Spurs. I understand what Jose was saying earlier. It's very real. There's no denying it. But
It-
with
it
the
is- it-
with the resources we have, or are meant
We
to
should
have,
not be here yet.
Yeah.
So that part is clear as day.
Yeah, it's not good enough. You're right. It isn't good enough, and we shouldn't be where we are. I agree with that 100%. I don't disagree with that. And yeah, I was very hurt after last. I think the hurt I haven't been that hurt for a long while after a game, and that was pure emotion on that show. That was me showing my vulnerable Tottenham side that I am hurt after games. I'm angry after games if we lose, and what got me was there was no passion from the sidelines and no passion on the pitch.
Yeah.
And your players are led by the manager. You look at managers over the years we've had at Tottenham. You look at Pochettino. You look at probably other managers, Glenn Hoddle. They'd be on the touchline shouting and roaring. You look at Martin O'Neill.
100%. Yeah.
You look at Martin O'Neill when he was at Leicester. You look at Martin O'Neill. You look at him even with Ireland with Roy Keane.
Yeah.
We got to a major tournament under Martin O'Neill and Roy Keane. Martin O'Neill
been
was
back.
up and down that touchline like a fucking blue ass fly, and Ange Postecoglou, for all his goodness, just stands there. I mean, he makes a mannequin look like lively than he does sometimes at matches.
Are you saying that Nuno is more animated than Ange?
Yeah, Nuno.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he is
known.
actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And Kate is right. Kate put in here. I mean, Kate and Paddy put in very good points. I bring up, where's Kate's? She says 18 months is a good amount of time, though. And she also put in here, and I think it was a brilliant, and I apologize I haven't got to the chat tonight. I'm very, very sorry. I'm just not doing well tonight with the chat. So I do apologize. I'm trying to bring up everyone's chat. So I do
It's a busy stream, Dermot.
It is, but I like to bring up people's chat. Tequila knows how we like to roll things in here. I can't defend Ange anymore, but I'm afraid. But at the same time, I don't want Mason. And this is the point. I don't want
exactly.
Ryan
Yeah.
Mason.
No, but I don't think
Nobody
anyone
does.
Oh well. We do have we do have some more on Solanke now. I'm waiting to get a thumbs up on that if I can use that. If I can. Then I will read it out to you guys, but it's not looking great. Wayne Bonner says he went to Tesco's. Damn, that club stepped up from Lidl. Boris says
harsh on Lidl there.
Very harsh on Lidl. Boris says 60 million for Solanke, 40 million for Mickey, 50 million for Brennan, 17 million for Vic, 45 to 50 million Madders, 45 to 50 million Archie Gray, 7 to 8 million Bergville. And then he says 30 million for Aldebar and 5 to 8 million for Yang. Yeah. Well, I hope to answer your question, Twan55. Big up, sir or madam. Please hit the like button and let us know where you're from, where you're watching us from. But like to know. I'm fully behind Ange. Yes, he made mistakes, but you can't plan for the game and stupidness of a lot of them plays. Stupid book. Yeah, it's true. Big up to Gary. Terry White says Gray may turn out to be a steal, though he is. A lot of support for Archie Gray. Big up the Waynes. It's great for me. He's a great talent. Still, the kid stepped up and played left, right, full back, and is absolutely shining at centre back. Can't wait to see him in field. No, I can't either. Big up. Now, this is from Paddy. He won't succeed at Spurs. The other teams have found out he's only one-trick pony. I know how to stop Spurs from playing. This is true. And refuses to change. That's ignorance and nothing to do with injuries. Tequila, look, I will go for you as well, Jose, after Tequila, but I think this is the point you're trying to make, isn't it, Tequila, really, about Ange Postecoglou? I think if you wanted to make a comment, this is it, exactly how you want to make it, isn't it?
Yeah, but as I said this before, Demo, he said this at the start.
Yeah.
So none of us should be surprised.
Yeah.
So Ange hasn't lied to us. So that's why when I hear people calling him a fraud, I can't get behind stuff like that, because he's come out and said right at the start, my plan B is to do plan A better, which is more or less what he said nearly word for word, I think, when in his first couple of press conferences. He was like, no, I've got a way I'm going to play. This is how we're going to play, mate. My plan B is to play plan A better. So what are we expecting? Well, we shouldn't be expecting changes, should we?
Yeah, that's true. Jose, do you want to add anything to that before we move on?
No, we can move. I think you all touched upon it, so we'll move on.
Big up to Nita. She said, "A Brighton game told the story, and then was back in October. Not really much has changed since then. The North London derby, unfortunately, we played them as twice this year. I know. What gets me right is we've got to wait till next year to get bragging rights back, and I hate waiting to going through a whole year with no bragging rights."
And his record in the London derbies also isn't doing him any favours. It's terrible. It's terrible against our free rivals. It's terrible.
Yeah,
that's not helping.
Big up to lead Tottenham are the heart of the transfer speculation, as PSG reportedly considering a 50 million bid for their defender Radu Dragonson.
Have him, take him.
I was just going to say that, Jose. Yeah.
Can we not do a swap for him and Skriniar?
Give me Skriniar and Moani with a little bit of a loan, bit of money for a loan deal for one of them, and you can have Dragonson, mate.
But
take him.
Is Moani going to Juventus?
No, because it's gone right.
So, it's fell apart.
So PSG. Remember when we did with Matt Doherty? We tried to loan Matt Doherty.
Too many loans, yeah.
PSG, they've done too many loans already. So either PSG need to recall players back from loan, right, if they can, because you don't know what loan deals they've got, in order to loan out Moani or Skriniar. And as I said, I don't know what the other deals say in the other loans, because if the other loans haven't got a cut-off point, then you can't recall them back from loan. So at the moment, it's all gone west for the loan deals at PSG.
DJ's perfect match, just face. Oh yeah, okay, big up. I'm not an Anjata, but I put money on McKenna. I would too, actually. I think McKenna would be a great fit at Spurs.
I think it's a bit early for him.
Yeah. He's only in that job.
Okay. All right, fine. Do you want to read the last bit out from that bit about the deal from Moreno? We just had an update on it, Tequila, in our chat. Do you want to read the bottom bit out? Not the top bit, but the bottom bit out.
Just the bottom part?
Yeah. I'm not sure if we can say about the...
What about Solanke?
No, the bottom bit, the last bit that he put in about the Mourinho deal.
I can't see it, damn I?
Oh, okay. Mate. Right. The Mourinho deal will happen.
Oh, I can see it now. That's weird.
The Moani.
Yeah, Morani deal will happen. Juventus director Gavinda.
Yeah.
Do you want to read that out? Because
Juventus director. I'm going to butcher this name. Juventus director Gilantoli confirms Randall Colomani deal will happen. It's just about technical issues to be resolved. So basically, that says to me that PSG probably, as Jose said, probably going to have to recall somebody and then make it happen.
And he will play for Juventus from next week. So that's the latest on that. We're still waiting. I'm still waiting if I can use for the Solanke thing. I'm waiting for a thumbs up on that. We've got information that we're waiting to use. Right. We've got a few here. Wayne says, I love Skriniar at Spurs, but my question is, why would he come to us? Because we're the greatest team in the world. We are Tottenham Hotspur.
He's 32, isn't he? So he's at that kind of stage of the career where it's like he probably just wants to play. He probably just wants to play football, and he probably doesn't care as much as you might think where it is, because he's he's coming to the last couple of years, isn't he?
Yeah. Right, Terry, we will ask our source this question, the person we use. Maybe Tequila can ask him for us while I'm going through the rest of the chat, and before we get on to but we will ask the question and we'll give you the latest, hopefully by the end of I just liked how he's just texting. I can see what he's just put. Oh Lord, it's so funny. You could ask him a little bit politer, Tequila.
Nah, come's good for it, mate.
You have a full different relationship to him than I do. All right. Okay. All right. Now, Solanke still waiting for an update, but seeing we're getting some news coming in that he could be out for 6 weeks.
Oof.
Other people.
Oh, my correction. Wayne says he's only 29. Sorry, mate. I thought he was older than that. Never mind.
I'm
then.
laughing because I've just saw the response I saw give to the question. It was funny. It could be out for 6 weeks. They're saying he rolled his ankle and that's why he pulled up. So we're waiting on scans and information how that scans go. So he could play tomorrow. He might play, he might not. So I will put him now as a doubt. But we sort of all put him in our Graham Roberts was livid. Not surprised. I wouldn't like to be near Graham Roberts if he gets mad. Dragosin let Gabriel give him the slip for the first goal. I say he would have been as well. I love screening at Spurs. Yeah, that the media is so worrying for. Yeah, that's true. He's not being played much. Wayne Bonner. Big up to DJ. Big up to Terry. Just so many of you in here, man. Yeah, 29. Okay, right. Let's get back to the little stats of the show. 16. This is where Spurs and Everton are. Spurs are in 14th, Everton are in 16th, 7 wins this season, 30 draws and 11 defeats. The most Tottenham ever had in 21 games. 4 clean sheets, but Everton are 3 wins.
Look at those clean sheets there, mate.
That's
clean sheets. It is shocking, really. Those clean sheets. It's shocking.
Yeah, you've had a response, by the way. He's responded to you now.
Of course he has.
And 8 draws, 9 losses, and 7 clean sheets. Now, this is a new part of the show we're coming up to now, and this is the biggest win. Worst defeat for Everton and Spurs. Average goals per match. Average goals conceded per match. So there are the little stats. Now, this is where we go through everyone sent in the predicted lineup, and I rate them. And then at the end of the season, with whoever at the end of the show. So if you get 9 rating out of 10, you get 3 points. And then 8, 7 below, you get 10. I haven't worked this points out well, actually. You get 10, you get I'll work it out anyway. I'll work it out. This is Kate's lineup, guys. She's gone for Kingsley in goal. She's gone for Jed Spence, Raju Dragosin, Archer Gray, and Ben Davies as a back 4, a midfield tree of Madison, Bergville, and Papa Sarr, and the front tree of Kulu, Solanke, and Moore.
Oh.
Now, ratings, guys.
Kate, bless you. I can't get behind Ben Davies at left back.
Yeah.
I know that he's not been that bad this year, but as a centre half, believe it or not, not as a left back. Just no. Not as a left back. Other than that, yeah, it's not bad. Just not Davies as a left back.
So what's your rating for that?
I can't go higher than a 5 because of Davies. If it wasn't for Davies, then I'd be a 7 or 8. But I can't go higher than a 5 because of Davies, mate.
All right.
Bless.
I'm going to quickly give this a rate. I'm going to give it a 7. 7.5. I'm giving it 8, actually. So that's when you've gone for a 5, Jose.
I'm gonna have to give it a 6 because there's players. Well, there's players there. I would have played Davis at left centre half, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would have moved Gray into midfield. Sarr wouldn't be playing for me at all. But we'll wait and see because it's unfair for me to score it because I've got my lineup to come up. Although I did say that when I predicted my lineup, I predicted what I think Ange would go for, not necessarily what I would have gone for.
I'm the same as well.
Yeah. Well, Kate has put in. Ben Davies has been solid this year, which he has, by the way.
Yeah.
She says to Keela, put Davies on the left centre back and then move Gray to Ben Davies's position.
Yeah.
She also put Richie as a striker.
Solanke,
yeah. And then
I've been told
you've got some you've got some what's some word I'm looking for?
groveling.
Do we have to go to the UN? Yeah. I like Wayne's doing it for you. Wayne's the UN ambassador for THFC till I die. He's come in. I like Kate's team. I agree with David's and great.
Wayne's my advocate. That's why. That's what his role is.
But anyway, Jose, what was your rating out of 10 for Kate?
Was this lineup?
What did you give? Yeah, did you give 5?
No, I didn't give 5. No, I'd say 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
Jordan, what are you giving for Kate?
Yeah, I'd probably say the same. Probably a 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I should write these down actually. So let me get my book out. I am going to write these down actually. Right. Okay. So once I'm doing that, why is that pen? Oh, yeah, here we go. It shows really, as all Irishmen, we're so disorganized. Right. And Jordan can confirm that.
100%.
100%. Right. This is Jordan's team. So, Jordan, do you want to go through your team? And then I will get Jose and then Tequila to rate it. And then I will give an overall rating.
Yeah, I was trying to get into the headspace of Ange. So I think he was probably going to go with players that he probably trusts in his mind. So I think at the back, I think Archie's probably going to stay there. I think Spence is okay on that side. Obviously, I take out Solanke for Richie. And probably one other tweak that I would do right now is I'd switch Madison inside and I'd put Bergval out on that side there. But other than that, yeah, that's it there.
We just got to confirm Solanke looks out. Solanke's out by the looks of it. The timescale's unknown. Paul O'Keefe has also tweeted about it as well. I don't know about the other bit about the manager. We have got news, but I don't know if I can use that or not. But if it is, that would be interesting. Rumors. Jose, Jordan's lineup. What are you going for it? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's a decent lineup. I'm going to give it a 7.
7. Okay. Tequila?
I'll give you a 7 as well, Jordan, mate. I've
Thanks,
more or less got a similar one.
Yeah, I'm actually going to give it a 7. So, yeah. So, you get a 7. And you get 3 points. So, you're in second place at the moment behind Kate, who got an 8, who's got 4. Right. We have, and I will give you a bit of news in a minute. We've got Carl, the Truth Simpson. Charles the Truth Simpson's right. Carl's not here, so I will go through it. I don't know what formation he's picked here, Tequila.
Looks to me like a 4-4, an old classic 4-4-2 demo.
Yeah.
I did thought it was a 4-2-4 at one point. Is it?
Well, no, I mean, well, I mean, you wouldn't class. Generally, Sonny's an inside forward, isn't he? He's not really.
Well,
it depends. It depends if you've got your Football Manager or FIFA hat on and where you see his positions.
Yeah. Well, Boris says it's a 4-2-4, so he's really going for it. Do you want to read it out? Carl's one there, Tequila.
Well, you got Kinky. No, that wasn't, and that's me saying it properly. Kinky at goalkeeper. That's not me saying that badly. You've got obviously Porro right back. You've got Gray and Dragus in centre halves. Spence on the left. You've got Bissouma and Berthel in the midfield. You've got Kulisexy on the right wing, Sonny on the left wing, and Carl's gone for 2 men up front with Richarlison and Solanke.
What's your rating on it?
I don't rate Richarlison. I don't want Bissouma there, really. Sorry, Carl, mate. You get a 4 out of 10.
Right. When I give my rating, it's the rating that I'm putting down in the book, but I like everyone involved in this, so I'd like to know what you guys think. That's why I'm giving everyone else that's writing. Jose, what do you think to Carl's lineup? It is a 4-2-2-2.
I don't care what it is to me, and that is my personal opinion. It don't matter what it is. It can be a fucking 4-5-1, a 9-0-2. It can be whatever. I'll drop it down to 6 points. And the reason for that is because he's put bloody Showboat Bissouma in there. I wouldn't be playing Showboat Bissouma at all. So for me, it's a 6.
Good job he hasn't seen our predicted lineup then, Jordan.
Yeah.
Sorry, lads.
I think Jose might like mine then, because I think Jose might like mine based on what he's just said.
Jordan, where are you going with Carly? Are you going to be? What are you going to give him?
I like the all-out attack. I like the two strikers. I just don't rate them. But overall, I'm going to give it a 6.5.
Right. Well, I'm going to give this on the only reason because I love the attacking style of it, and Carl's a man after my own heart. So I'm going to give it a 7, the same as you.
I am so much more harsher than you guys. I gave Kate a 5, and I gave Kate a 5, and I give Carl a 4.
Right. So
I'm going to get slack. I am.
Kate's on top of the league on 4 points, and you both got 3 points each. So that should be interesting. Right. We now got Colin, the boss man, in. The boss man's one.
Com's a United fan, so
yeah, I know. But he loves Tottenham. We all know he does. He just won't admit it yet. You have to let the inner Spurs come out of your column. You know that. He's got Kinky in goal. I'm going to call him that from now on. You've got Pedro Porro, Roger Drakeson, Archie Gray, Jed Spence. He's got Basuma, Madison, and Bergville. Kulu. Well, we know Solanke's not playing now, and Son. Tequila, we're going for Mr. Columns rating.
I'll give Colm a 6. I think I don't want Kulu on the wing, as you'll see when my formation comes out. I don't want Kulu on the wing. I don't want Basuma in the team either, like Jose. But his defense is pretty much the same as mine. So I'll go for a 6, Colm, mate. I'll give you a 6.
Okay. Jose?
Again, a 6. This is in that side, so it's a 6 for me. I think that, unlike you, Tequila, I think Kulusevski is forced to play there because I don't think Johnson's going to be fit or available tomorrow. So Kulu's going to be forced to be playing there. So for me, it's just the man Basuma's there again. I think Basuma's a waste of time. I really do. I haven't got any more time for him. You know, he's had 2-3 seasons now at the club, and he's not shown up. And you know, at the end of the day, the guy is lucky to still. He'd be lucky to still living in the Championship. He is awful. Go back to TikTok. Go back to Grindr. Go back to whatever shit it is you do.
Go back to blowing bubbles and stuff like that.
Just go back to doing whatever it is you do, but don't play with the club because you're useless.
Yeah.
So what's your rating for him?
6.
6. Jordan, what are you giving the big boss man?
I rate the front line, as everybody else has said. Basuma, I don't rate. So overall, I think I give him a 6 as well.
Do you know what? I actually like his lineup, and it's a tough one for me because I also like Jordan's and Carl's lineup as well. I like Kate's lineup as well. I'm going to give that 7.5. I don't like doing half points, but that's what I'm doing. So Colin is now in second place behind Kate.
Colin was telling you quite sweetly that your wages depend on high scores, lads.
Yeah, well, I'm giving you 7. I think Kate's had the best team so far. This is just diplomatic relations I'm doing now, and I hope Kate's laughing actually at that. I'm looking forward to Kate coming on next week. Kate's going to be absolutely on. I've been on the channel for a long time, so it's going to be an honor to have you on from next week. Tequila, do you want to go through your lineup, sir? And this is an interesting lineup. So do you want to go in it? Tequila, you there?
He doesn't like his lineup, does he?
1 sec. I'm actually having to check my lineup because that doesn't look familiar. I'm actually having to go check.
Well, the problem is when you sent it over, right? You did leave it up with a question mark, so I had to make it up as I went along.
Well, I didn't know who to put on the bloody wing, so I said it's more available. That's what I said.
Oh, right. So I didn't read it. See, damn dyslexia. Well, just read up the lineup you would have picked. Just ignore what I did for you.
Okay. Well, the back 5 is that.
Yeah.
That is what I would have given you. In the midfield, I've got Bergville playing the 6 because he's the closest we've got. And I've got Kulusevski and Madison in the midfield ahead of him. And then Solanke up front. And then I've got Moore on the right wing. Assuming that he's fit, because I'm not sure if he is. I think he is. Can anyone confirm that he's fit or not?
Who's fit?
And then
Mikey Moore.
I think he is. I think he is fit.
Well, this is Mikey Moore would be. This is how bad we've. Mikey Moore would start and Son on the left. So there'd be no Sarr in my team. That's why I'm questioning Dermo. I wouldn't have put Sarr in a heartbeat.
No, it was only me. It was only me because you left one side free,
Sorry,
so I
mate.
had to make it. I had to make a decision. I had to make a director's decision. Apparently, Kate says, "Big up, Derm. You're my favourite on the panel." There you go. Cheers.
Kate's trying to get points.
Well, she's
trying to get
at
points
the moment
for next week.
Jose, what do you think of Tequila's lineup?
I'm giving him a 6 because Pat Sarr's in there, and he's another one that I think is useless.
This is what I mean. I didn't put Sarr in there.
Yeah, but just take it, Tequila. Take it. Just say thank you.
I can only see what's on the screen, Tequila.
I know.
Unless you're going to tell me a different lineup.
Yeah, Sarr wouldn't be there. It's
Okay.
Bergvall in the number 6 is what I'm thinking. And Madison and Kulu in midfield.
Okay, and who's your forward front three was?
Mikey Moore's on the right wing.
So it was more Solanke and Son.
Yeah.
That I'd give you a 7 for that.
Cheers, Prof. And me a point.
Jordan, what are you going for, sir?
I rate Kulu going into the midfield, and I rate Moore on the right wing. So I think that's interesting. So I'm going to give Tequila 7.5.
You know what? I'm giving him the same 7.5.
Thank you.
No, actually, no. I'm going to make you level with Kate, so you both got 8 points each. So you're joint top. There you go.
Oh, cheers, then.
Well, just because I didn't know what you were doing.
No, that's all right.
For you, Joe, the Aguilera, what we've been seeing in the chat, informal talks have happened. So
With Allegri,
yeah, a formal talks only, but that is. I'm getting booze from Kate now. Informal talks only, so that is what happened. I
slipped my quick tenner, so he put it up to 8.
Yeah.
So
this is why I'm doing this, because it does bring in good fun. It's done on another channel I watch on the Full Time Sports Network, and it is a good laugh to do it, and it is good fun. So,
Dermot, did you say formal or informal?
Informal.
Okay. That's still, but news like that still to be out there is not great news for Postecoglou.
No.
Tequila, Kate's been watching your predicted lineup of the last. Do you remember the show we did with? Where was it?
Yeah, she gave me a 1 out of 10. It's harsh.
Yeah. What show was that? Was Tamworth? Anyone wants to know what we're talking about? Please watch the Tamworth player rating show. It was the most funny show I've ever done in my life. Tequila's just one rating the way through, and he just kept saying. 1, embarrassing. It's when it got to the subs that we all fell off our chairs. We just couldn't believe it. Right. This is your lineup, Jose. Do you want to go through it and give your reasons why for picking this?
Okay, so can I just say this is I didn't understand what we were doing. So I've done this lineup, presuming I think this is what Ange might have gone with. But in all reality, before the news that I heard tonight from Solanke, I said to you, I've screamed, Dermot. I would have rested. If it was me, I would not have started Porro tomorrow. I would not have started Solanke tomorrow. And I would not have started Kulusevski tomorrow. But needs must, because we've got players out injured. We've been told now about Bissouma. We've now been told about Johnson. This evening we've been told about Solanke. But my lineup would have been, I would have brought Davison to play left centre back with Dragusin. I would move Archie Gray into the 6th role, which is his natural role. And I would play Bergvall in the midfield as well. Madison and Kulu, you can rotate them depending on what you want. For me now, this team changes. Son will go into the middle now, and I think Richarlison will come in on the left-hand side. Is my thought that the team will be tomorrow.
I can give you a bit more news on Solanke. He's looking at 4 to 6 weeks out. Early reports on Solanke.
But for me, I would put Gray in the midfield. I think Gray has played. We've all seen Gray flourish within our own eyes, playing in all different positions, apart from the position which suits him best, and that is in, if you want to call it, Dermot's old school like me, I don't believe in 6, 8s, and 10s. I think it's a load of bollocks that's been made up recently by people that want to, you know, we call them 6, 8, and 10. For me, the defensive midfielder there is Gray.
Yeah.
Gray, I think, has earned the right to get a start there ahead of Bissouma. I think he's earned a right to get a start there, and I'm afraid to say this, but in front of Bentancur as well. And, you know, if Davis is fit to play, stick Davis in his more natural position and stick Gray in the natural position. People, he may not do it, but I want to see Gray play in midfield.
Tequila, what do you think to Jose's lineup, and what rating would you give it?
I'm just going to ask Jose. So, are you playing with two kind of more defensive midfielders, Gray and Bergwall both, and then Maddison in front of both of them? Is that how you're looking at it?
For me, you've got Gray. If you're going to do this, this new fad and new wave, then Gray's the 6, Bergwall's the 8, and Maddison's the 10. Yeah. Or you put Kulu in at the 10 and Maddison comes out wide. You know, you can rotate them both. For me, I don't agree with 6, 8s, and 10s. But the most defensive-minded midfielder for me would have been Archie Gray. If I'm going to call it a DM, a C, an AM, and a Cam, then for me, the most defensive-minded out of the three for me would be Archie Gray. And that's
Gray is the deeper of the three players.
Yeah, Gray is the pivot. Gray is the pivot for me.
I quite like that, Jose. I've got to be honest. I'm going to give you a 7, bruv. I quite like that. Just one more sec. The only thing is, like I said, I don't like Kula on a wing, but you're right. There isn't exactly many options. That's why I've gone with more. But
I like more Tequila, and I think more.
I know it's maybe a bit of a big ask to start him, but
I just think now with Solanke's news, when we played Everton in the first game, we beat 4-0. Son played up front because Solanke was injured for that game, and I was there. And Son played pressed up high. He got the second goal by taking it off Pickford's feet, you know. And Son had a really good game as a striker against Everton. And with the injury now to Solanke, we've been told about tonight, live on this show. I just think that it will move instead of playing Solanke as the 9. I think it will move Son inside, and he'll play Richarlison wide, and Richarlison will get it in there before Mikey Moore. Is what I think he will do. But
so you think that he'll play Sonny as the striker over Richarlison then?
Yeah, I think he's going to go Sonny middle and Richarlison left.
Interesting.
You got to remember he's coming back from injury, isn't he? Richarlison,
yeah.
And to stick him in as a 9, you probably have to do a hell of a lot more work. And there'll be a lot more buffeting that he's going to take playing as a 9 than playing out wide left. And in all honesty, the most of his career, although people for some strange reason think he's a number 9 because he wears the 9 or has worn the 9, he's always been a wide forward.
Playing out wide, yeah.
He's always been a wide forward.
Yeah. I'll give you a 7.5 actually, Jose. Okay. If we're doing halves, I like that.
Jordan, what are you doing? What's your rating?
Jose, straight off the bat, I'm going to give you an 8 because I rate that back 4 and I rate that you want Son up the front and I rate the midfield. So, yeah, I'm going to give it an 8.
And do you know what? I am as well. So we've got a 3-way tie for the lead at the moment between Jose.
Isn't Jose winning because 8 and 8 is 7.5?
No, he's winning with 8. So my rating is the one that we go with. So everybody else gets their own rating, but it's the one I give that goes into the leaderboard. So it's a 3-way tie for the top at the moment. There you go, looking good. Ed M's here's got a lineup, and he's gone for Kinski, Spence, Dragusin, Davis, Reguilon, Sarr, Gray, Bergville, and Maddison, Kulu, and Sonny. I'm going to give that an 8, actually. I'm giving that an 8.
So he's playing Maddison on the wing then? Interesting.
Remember, Maddison played out on the left. He played out on the left-hand side for Leicester a lot in the wide 3.
He did.
Yeah,
he played out a lot of the time as a wide 3, Maddison. So Maddison's used to playing that position. And if you watch Tottenham when they play now, Maddison tends to pull out to the left-hand side. And tends to try and occupy that space. So you've got you had the triangle between Sonny, Maddison, and Udogie when they were playing. When the players were all fit, they played in the triangle down there on the left. So
I tell you what, Ed, I'm going to add you in. What, guys? What should I give to Ed M for that lineup, guys? What do you think, Jordan, Jose, and Tequila? What should I give him?
I'd probably give it a 7.
Okay,
6, 7. The problem you've got, Dermo, is obviously some of our predictions were based when we thought Solanke was playing, and now people are putting their predictions in. Now they know Solanke's not playing, so it's a bit difficult.
Okay, well, 7. Kate is saying, "Bore of Tequila, stop trying to steal my win."
Hey, no, that's fine.
And then Colin says, "Definitely not getting paid now, lads." Oh, bollocks! Wow. Right. Would you like to see the lineup I picked for the predicted lineup?
Go on in, Dermo. Go on in. Let's see what
You
the
ready?
Masters put. Yeah, go on.
This is my
interesting.
lineup.
What? Dermo now playing Conte's system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want the chat to rate this lineup as well, guys. So put it in the chat what you rate this lineup. This is not going in the competition. So can I just very quickly, Tequila, Kate, and Jose are the top with 8 each. So they've got 5 points each. Jordan's on 4, Carl's on 4, Column's on 4.5, and then Ed's on 4 points as well. So that is I've seen what Column's given me. Thanks, Column. You're really kind. I will be doing a proper league for this. So please, every week, get your lineup in, use the email. Or if you're in the groups that you're in, use them as well. And we get them in every week. So, Tequila, what is your thoughts on my lineup? Honest opinion. I mean, I've just stunned Tequila into silence. Jose, what do you reckon?
Sorry, mate.
He's never ever going to play a 3-5-2. I understand the system you've picked. It's for me, one of them back three will have to move into midfield because he'll never play a 3 at the back. And again, Dermot, I'm going to have to be as kind as I was to other people. You've put Bissouma in there again, and for me, Bissouma should not be playing. He doesn't play football. He does social media really well, but he doesn't do football really well.
That's bad. I get.
I'm quite entertained, Jose, by your dislike of Bissouma. I find it quite entertaining.
But do you know what? It's not a dislike, right? I can see people for any team. Doesn't have to be Tottenham Hotspur. You can see when people are playing for the shirt and people are playing for the club, and that people are playing for the fans, and people are happy to be at the club. They're earning their living. They're being paid by their paymasters.
Yep.
This guy doesn't give a toss. He's shown me over 3 years. He's shown me over 3 years that he doesn't give two wasps in a whirlwind.
He doesn't give a toss.
Tottenham Hotspur. He doesn't care. And at the end of the day, I don't think he should ever be playing for us again. I've watched games bypass him so many times now, and you know, at the end of the day, for me, I've just had enough of him. I'd rather give someone else a chance in that position, even if you had to pull in one and put Mikey Moore in there. Just put someone in there who wear the badge with pride and play for the club. It doesn't have to be someone that's going to be an 8 and a 9 out of 10 every week, but just someone that wants to play for our team.
I realise that this is going out on our predicted lineup show, so I realise I'm going to get pelters for this. So I'm going to
Dermo, what's happened is that you've gone back in the DeLorean and you think that Conte's our manager still, and that's why you picked this formation.
I just like what Steve Pooper, he says you've pooped up a bunch of players on the floor, which is actually probably true. But yeah, I'm going to take that down very quickly. But that is what's going out later, so I will expect pelters later. But look, I just wanted to do something off the board, just something completely different. That's why I went for it. I knew I was going to get pelters for it, but I just wanted to do something completely Dermatron style, and that is Dermatron style. Listen, guys, that is it. We have now reached the end of the show. A lot of people are saying, thank God for that. That's I can go back to my Saturday night now. We are going to get your link in the chat, Jose, so people can
put it in there already. I'll put it in there again. 1 sec.
There you go. Jose, thank you for coming on. It's always a joy to have you on. We should get you on more often. Where can people find you, sir? Hang on. There's a way we do this. Hang on. I want to make sure this is right. No, that's not right. That hasn't worked. That has not worked. That definitely. I'm having a mare now. Hang on. Where am I going?
Demo's now removed half of us.
I don't know what I've done.
Demo, what are you doing, man?
I was trying to do what Bobby does. Put Josie on the big screen to give me.
Put everyone on the big screen as we're doing it.
Yeah. And I've just made an ass of it. Anyway, where can people find you?
Yeah, I can be found on LTL Cockerel. Again, I'm just an old school Tottenham fan from many years ago, and I will always support my team. I will always back my manager, regardless of where we are. I've done it all my life. I'll continue to do it now. So for me, yeah, you can find me on LTL Cockerel. Quite often, I probably do more on other channels and appear on more other channels. I'll do my regular slot with my predictions league and that. But my actual lives are far and few between because of work commitments. But yeah, if you fancy coming over to see what I've got to say, then yeah, please come over to LTL Cockerel. Can I say it's been a pleasure, Dermot, being back on with you again in Tequila. And Jordan, it's certainly been my pleasure meeting you tonight, mate.
Same to you, bud. Big fan.
And listen,
Big
Tequila and Jordan, please give everyone a big hand of applause to Jordan. It's his first live stream tonight he's ever done.
Thanks.
So
on,
everyone, please give Jordan a big thumbs up in the chat. He is going to be regularly on with us now. Tequila, we've got big days tomorrow. We've got match day. So what we've got coming up tomorrow, we've got Tottenham team talk, match watch along, and then we've got final score haven't we for tomorrow.
Yep, that'll be it for our watch long, and then next week be as
Monday we've got you on with your player rating show. Can Tequila go higher than the 1? We should not. We'll find out.
We'll see, won't we? We'll see.
I mean, that's just going to be breaking news in itself.
Jordan,
Jordan, you're joining me tomorrow for the match day festivities. All the fun and the drama and everything. So, Bob, guys, please do put a massive thank you to Jordan in the chat and in the comments.
Thanks very much.
He's been very informative. He's joined the team. So please, everyone, welcome him. You know the members.
Good day to you, Prof.
I want to say
Thanks,
a massive thank you to everyone who's contributed to the team. Want a massive thank you to CGTV, who's been a member for 2 months. Big up to DJ Samuel as well. You didn't have to do that, man. If you need anything, I know you've emailed us, so we will go on to that straight away. Do you know what I forgot to do, guys? Very quickly. I forgot to rate Mr. Brady's lineup, which I didn't have time to put into a formation. But this is his lineup. So Tequila, just very quickly, what are you giving that out of 10?
Grace Bench Basuma. Sorry, Phil. I'm going to give you a 4 out of 10 because you've got Basuma and Son and Sarr in there, and I can't stand either one of them. Full due respect.
Tequila, have I just have I started a wave here or something? Because
started a wave.
Yeah, because hold on, I was talking about Biss and Sarr. Now you're all of a sudden saying, yeah, Biss and Sarr, blah.
No, mate, this is what I mean because Dermo got my thingy wrong a little bit. Neither Sarr or Basuma was in my lineup either, bruv. So that's why I said I thought you'd like my lineup because I don't like them two either, mate. So
as Tequila says, it's just who we are, mate.
Who we are, mate.
Who we are, mate. Jordan, what are you giving Mr. Brady out of 10?
I would have to give that a 6 out of 10.
Very quickly, Jose, what are you giving out of 10?
I've got the utmost respect for Mr. Brady. He's old school, and I've got the utmost respect. But sorry, Phil, you've got Biss and Sarr in there. Just having one in there gets you a 6, but having 2 in there drops you to a 5, mate. Drops you to a 5 for me. Wow. Sorry. I'm really sorry, Phil. I agree with a lot of what Phil says, but I can't have Basuma and Sarr in my team.
No.
Right. Well, I've given it a 7, so there you go. But anyway, glad everyone agrees. I'm just following what you say, Tequila. It's just who we are, mate. It's just who we are. I love Tequila does that. You need to pay Reggie and Sarr and Biss tomorrow. You will win. I think I agree. Big up to emails went down needed, but drop me a note when you can. Let's chat. Big up. We got Kate on next week. Looking forward to that. Big up, Kate. You're still leading, Kate. You're still in the lead. You're up there by, Dermatron's mathematics. You're in the lead, so you can bring Jimbo on as well. There you go.
It's a
You, we've got Kinky in golf. That's going to start.
Checks in the mail, bro.
We've got a 5. Ooh, big up. Sun was absolutely crap beside the goal the other night, says Mr. EE. That's it. Night, guys. See you next week for sure with Jimbo. Oh, we've got royalty on. It's like the king and queen coming on, isn't it? When Kate and Jimbo.
God. I don't think they want to be called the king and queen either.
Yeah. Nita says, thanks. All. It was great. Well, listen, big up to you, Nita. And Tottenham till we die, as always. That is the name of the channel, till we die. I want to thank Tequila. I want to thank Jose. I want to thank Jordan for coming on. Guys, I want to thank you for making this the best show. Oh, Lord, we're going to get... Right. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, thank you all for watching. And we're back tomorrow at 1:30 for the watch along. Tequila, do you want to take us out as you normally do?
Okay, fine. Quiz. Lovely.
It's just who we are, mate.
I'm on you, Spurs, and the big Ange I still trust.
Yeah. Tequila's now going back into his time machine to go back to the year when Spurs was successful.
Back to 81, mate, innit?
You what?
Back to 91, sorry, innit?
Back to 91.
Yeah, mate.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Who we are. Go on. Do it again. Do it properly. We'll give you the last word, Tequila, because we normally do.
I want to hear what Jordan, you need a catchphrase, bro. We have to get you a catchphrase.
You need a catchphrase, Jordan. Go on. What's your catchphrase?
Yeah.
Don't buy it, Brooks.
This season now. End the season now.
Press the fast forward button.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang on, what's his catchphrase, by the way? I missed it.
End the season now. That's it.
End the season now. There you go. Breaking news. End the season now. Come on, you Spurs. Who we are, mate.